Merchant Navy is a glorious career. At a very young age, you have a lot of responsibilities and be earning as much as $15,000 per month. And if you are on the deck side, you can become a master mariner or a captain. There again, you'll be earning $15,000. When you're ashore after on leave, you can spend quality time with your family. Merchant Navy has got two different sections. One is the engineering section and one is the administrative section. Our life is totally different from anything which you do ashore.
Hi and welcome. My name is RJ Glenn. You're listening to Fever FM. Ye hai Chill Mornings. And on Fever FM, tomorrow, that is 5th of April, is National Maritime Day. And to celebrate the same, the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies, India's leading institute in the maritime sector, is running an awareness campaign on careers in the Merchant Navy. बहुत ही illustrious career होता है Merchant Navy का. क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, क्या करना चाहिए, क्या education qualifications की आपको ज़रूरत पड़ती है. To give us his pearls of wisdom, we're in conversation today with Captain Subrata Khan, Principal, the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies. So, thank you very much for joining us on the airwaves.
Thanks a lot, Glenn. It's a very pleasure to have myself out here, and thanks to Great Eastern, of course.
Yes. But first up, so tell us something about your career in the Merchant Navy. कितने साल हुए और आपके इस journey के बारे में can you give us a little information?
So, from class 10 onwards, I wanted to join Merchant Navy. To be very frank, because my own schoolmate, classmate had joined Merchant Navy, and I was very, very keen because he gave me the picture of that you'll be well to do, you have an adventurous job, you're in uniform. I had a little bit of shade of joining the army also, which probably by that time I got an idea about the Merchant Navy. I carried it forward that I'll join the Merchant Navy. So 10th onwards, so I tried for a few shipping companies after passing the 12th in a private shipping company, but it did not happen because everywhere there was a lot of demand and supply was also there, and that time it was a period of recession in our profession. So I kept on trying. I got into engineering and I got into BSc, normal BSc with biology, but that I was not doing it with full passion. So I gave this entrance exam with IIT, and that was also taking care of the people who wanted to join the Merchant Navy. So thankfully I got in out there, and I chose the nautical side, which is the basically administration side, which takes you to become a captain. And as it may happen like coincidence, I after the first year I got the Great Eastern Shipping Company scholarship. So I wanted to join the Great Eastern at one time, but I could not join because of there was no vacancy. But here I was, we had the whole circle coming, and I again applied for Great Eastern and I got through Great Eastern. So after my training in TS Rajendra, which was supposed to be the best institute and Merchant Navy, I joined Great Eastern Shipping Company as a trainee in November 1985 on a ship called Jag Palak in Bombay Harbour. That's where my journey started, and as I went on, I gave my examinations to clear different steps to become second officer and then chief officer, and finally I became a captain in the year 1996. So all throughout, from cadet to captain, I was in Great Eastern. I owe them a lot because throughout my career, they always been motivating us to do more and more. Finally, after getting my command, I sailed for about 5-7 years with Great Eastern, following which I had some family, I won't say disaster, something which could not let me carry on sailing. So I had to give up sailing and I came into the academics. So that's about Merchant Navy.
What is the importance of maritime transport when you talk in terms of global trade?
See, as far as maritime transport is concerned, 90% of the world trade is happening through ships by volume and about, say, 80% by value. So that's a hell of a lot.
That's a lot.
If that's a lot. So if there was no ships, for example, half the world will freeze and other half will starve because there is no transport going on. So there's no way you can have your medicines, your food, your energy, everything reaching you. So, for example, in India, crude oil is the biggest import which happens, and finished products like petrol, diesel is the next biggest export which happens. So, in this aspect, if we don't have ships, there's no way we can flourish as far as oil trade goes. So, like any other trading commodity, ships are the ones which are crisscrossing the globe, going from one place to another to ensure that the goods are delivered in time, whether it is a bulk carrier who gives you tons and tons of energy like coal, whether it's a tanker which is giving you tons and tons of crude oil and finished products for your energy demands, whether it is your household requirements, food, which is given by the container ships. So, right across the globe, the means of transport, the cheapest means of transport, and I would say clean means of transport has been shipping, and because of that, probably the economy of different countries are flourishing. In India also, as I told you, there are 12 major ports and there are over 200 minor ports which are continuously servicing the nation, and ships are crisscrossing across carrying cargo from one place to another, so that you're at home, you will get whatever goods you require on a daily basis.
A very interesting point that you made is 90% volumes and 80% value, and how the world would comes to a standstill. आपने म्यूजिक के बारे में बोला, रेडियो के बारे में हमसे डिस्कस किया. You spoke to us about a very important point about how this is a beautiful career in the merchant navy. Why is this a good career option or an opportunity? और यूथ के लिए व्हाट इज द पोटेंशियल इन टर्म्स ऑफ अर्निंग, क्योंकि ये सब पूछते हैं कि कितना पैसा बना सकते हैं. एंड
Sure.
मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली पैसा एक एस्पेक्ट होता है, दूसरा एस्पेक्ट होता है ग्रोथ इन टर्म्स ऑफ करियर.
See, merchant navy is a glorious career. You have lot of adventure. At a very young age, you have lot of responsibilities. See, for example, you join immediately after your mechanical engineering, or even your 12th in some cases, and then you join in a pre-C course, which is followed by a license given by the government of India, after which you immediately start earning very handsomely, and within a matter of about 10 years, till the time you're about 30, you can become a chief engineer if you're on the engineering side and be earning as much as $15,000 per month. And if you are on the deck side, you can become a master mariner or a captain. There again, you'll be earning $15,000. Immediately as you join as an apprentice on board, after your pre-C training, you will get anything between $400 to $600. If you look at it, once you get your license from the government of India or any other institution, you will be able to get anything between 3 lakhs per month. So if you look at the average earning of a young Indian, it is in the top 3% once you become in the salaried class. By the age of approximately 30, your material needs probably are taken care of. Contracts today are shortened, so you don't have to stay at sea for a long time. Earlier, we used to stay for about 12 months. Today, it's down to 4 or 5 months. So, when you're there on the ship, you're absolutely involved in your work. When you're ashore after on leave, you can spend quality time with your family. Following which, you have a lot of career options. After, if you don't want to sail after a certain stage, maybe 35, 40, there are plenty of opportunities which are there available. To start with as a superintendent, you can get openings in the insurance sector, in chartering a ship, in so many different aspects which will make you even more stable in your career. So, not only you have to sail at a certain time, you can live up and go on to become someone ashore, which will have a good social sort of standing ashore also. So, overall, a brilliant career, starting with lot of adventure, financial stability, as well as responsibility, and of course, you have your job stability also.
Tell us a little bit more about courses, especially for mechanical and electrical engineers, and how a youngster can pursue a career in the merchant navy when we're talking about electrical and mechanical engineers per se.
Okay. So, Merchant Navy has got two different sections. One is the engineering section and one is the administrative section. Broadly, the engineering section is headed by the chief engineer, and the administrative section is headed by the captain. So, captain is overall in charge of the ship. So, the captain comes from basically they would have done 12th and then carried on the different I would say steps to become a captain. From 12th onwards, they do pre-C and then they do post-C. But here I will take you through the journey where a mechanical engineer, after doing 4 years of mechanical engineering, they have the options of joining a pre-C career which is called the GME, Graduate Marine Engineer, which we in Great Eastern do. So 4 years of mechanical engineering. After that, keeping in mind Director General Shipping's rules, which is about 60% marks in PCM and the engineering degree, they can join a pre-C institute wherein they will have to spend 8 months. 8 months of rigorous training to marinize them from a basic mechanical background to the marine engineering background. After that, they will have to do about 10 months apprenticeship where they are junior engineer or trainee engineer. They'll be paid about $400 to $600 depending on the companies, but generally it's about $400. Following which they come back ashore, they give an exam, and then they will be certified licensed to become a fourth engineer, engineer who will then take responsibility on the ship. So once you become a fourth engineer, you are able to earn about 3 lakhs a year, 3 lakhs a month, and this 3 lakhs is something which is rest of the things are paid for. For example, your boarding, lodging on board is paid for. From the time you leave home till the time you come back home, everything is paid for. So actually speaking, this 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs, whatever you get per month is a totally your saving, and you can utilize it the way you want. This is for marine engineers. Further, they have got second engineer and chief's ticket. By the time approximately 10 years down the line, they can become chief engineers, where it starts with $12,000, it can go up to $15,000. Specific kind of ships like LNG ships and other kind of specialized ships, you can get even more. So electrical engineers, after doing their electrical engineering or electronics engineering, they can join a stream called the ETO, Electrotechnical Officers. So there they have to complete 4 months on the pre-C institute, and after that they join the ship as a trainee electrical officer. We will be promoted into an assistant electrical officer. So the trainee electrical officer, he can be for 8 months. After that, he has to give an examination, following which he can become a assistant electrical officer, moving on to become a full-fledged electrical officer, where he can earn as much as $5,000 a month. And after that, he has got brilliant career in other aspects on the shore also, especially in the oil and gas sector, where they have lot of demand electrotechnical officers.
So, what kind of students should apply for this career? What does it take to become a good marine engineer?
It's a very interesting question. The people who think out of the box, people who want to do something different, people who are probably not in tune with just a 9 to 5 job, adventure, seeing the world, doing something different. These are the kind of people who need to apply for the Merchant Navy, because our life is totally different from anything which you do ashore, because our working hours may be different. There's no fixed working hours because the ship runs 24/7, 365 days. So depending on the requirement, you may have to get up in the morning one day at 4 o'clock, or you may not get sleep for 16 hours or something of that kind. But that's the way it is. So if anyone is looking for something where you want to make your career a brilliant career within a short possible time, as I told you, by the time you are 30, you have enough financial stability, who's looking for something which is out of the box, looking for something which is not routine, maybe see the world, have the passion to go around the world and visit different places, meet different people, and accept unusual challenges. Such people who are wanting to do Merchant Navy is the place for them to make a brilliant career.
So tell me a little bit about the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies. I have heard such amazing things about it, and how does it feel to be the principal of such an institute?
It's really a privilege and honor for me to be a principal of this institute. First and foremost, I joined my career at Great Eastern Institute, Great Eastern Shipping.
Scholarship.
I started my cadetship in Great Eastern Shipping. So I've been associated with this company since 1985. And it is really a privilege and honor for me to be the principal of the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies. So the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies is nestled in a place called Lonavala, which is extremely natural picturesque place, away from the buzz of Mumbai or Pune, but equally accessible. So it's a very good place for a trainee to spend his time and concentrate on his learnings. Moreover, Great Eastern Shipping has got a rich heritage of training. One of the first companies in the private sector to have come up with a training institute way back in 1975. Great Eastern Institute, needless to say, has the best training infrastructure from the point of view of modern day maritime education. Moreover, its alumni are very well placed so that they come across to help the students who are out here from the point of view of placements. The pillars of any educational institute is their faculty. So we have very experienced faculty. I would say on an average, the faculty experience is over 500 years. So there are faculties who have been here with us for more than 20 years. So faculty who come out here stay for a long time, and they are staying in the campus. So the interaction with the students are such which is maybe more than the hours of teaching. It's just not 9 to 5. We are there to associate with the cadets and mentor them about Merchant Navy throughout the day. Moreover, our placements are 100% and timely placements, which gives us the advantage over others. We in Great Eastern have about 40 odd ships plus 20 supply vessels, and the chances of placement are one of the best out here. So all these factors together makes Great Eastern one of the premier institutions in the country, and I would suggest that anyone looking in for Merchant Navy should choose the Great Eastern as their one of the first choices to join the Merchant Navy.
I can't miss asking you this question about the kind of music that you listen to. I know we had this conversation in the beginning.
Yeah.
लेकिन आपको specifically कौन सा music अच्छा लगता है?
Growing up in the 80s, of course, I've grown up with, as I said, ABBA, Boney M, more like Christopher Cross, Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Of course, Foreigner, one of my favorites, Waiting for a Girl Like You. We grew up with that. And as far as Hindi is concerned, of course, Kishore Kumar, always hot favorite for all our karaoke sessions, even today with my batchmates and all. So lots of 80s music I keep on listening, and I still listen to Fever FM.
Well, thank you so much, Captain Subradhu Khan, for joining us today. It was lovely talking to you, and to everybody who is into the engineering sector, specifically mechanical and electrical engineering, and who want to pursue a career in the Merchant Navy. This definitely will help. And to get more information on the same, do visit www.geinstitute.com. Well, this is Fever FM for Chill Mornings. Tomorrow we celebrate National Maritime Day with the Great Eastern Institute of Maritime Studies. So keep listening to Fever FM. My name is RJ Glenn, and we're signing off. Ciao.